Hey y'all, how are y'all? I hope you can hear me. I did move my microphone a little bit closer and actually switched the angle. I moved the webcam from across the table to right beside the table because the reach that I had with the other angle was just too much. I would have to like literally sit all the way up. And I told you I have this little old chair, and I'm not ready to get another one yet. I'm still testing them out. I did sit on a couple today that I found interesting. But I think I'm gonna get the rising desk and the chair at the same time. So yeah, let me see. I think it says my mic is okay. I don't know if the difficulties with the StreamYard and Restream has been resolved or not. It seems to me it always occurs when I downgrade my package with either one of the services and I get onto the free plan. They get mad and I think they kind of jack it up. But no, I was listening to a lot of people today. I had my headset on. Child, I was out there mowing grass and blowing stuff. I don't even know what I was. I don't. Yeah, I was using a blower. It's really easy and it's fun, but I had to like keep taking breaks because I didn't want to do too much with my wrist, with my arthritis thing. I had my thing on the wrap, and then I had on a back brace. I ordered that. Then I had on a mosquito net bonnet or whatever. Cause girl, them nets and things are out there, so it was pretty warm today. But I did the number crunch. If because I got all the equipment, that's a little nice piece of penny that I spent for that. But if I do it myself instead of spending, you know, $100 every 2 weeks, no 60 to 65 every 2 weeks for the lawn care. So that's $120 a month. So I'm just gonna say about 4 months. That big stuff pays for itself. And it's actually really good exercise. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because my shoulder feels better and my arthritis. I'm probably still gonna have to have the little surgery thing, but I could still push. And then, what do any of y'all do your lawn care? Do you do your own mow your own lawn and cut the things? I got a weed whacker coming in here because you just can't roll a lawnmower over there. You got to get that whole the line it up and everything to make it look good. Um, because where the grass and the sidewalk and all that, the curve and stuff, you got to have the curve thing going. So I got a weed whacker that's coming on Tuesday. I don't even know how I'm going to use it because I keep imagining those things slicing my wrist, not my wrist, my ankles. So I'm definitely going to be having some jeans on and some thick socks, cause. But anyway, the weed whacker takes care of all the edges and things like that. So we'll see. And let me show you my little plants. I did find my pots that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I know I could have got some more, but I'm actually trying to take these three plants and uh, make them into a lot more because you don't have to buy a whole bunch of them. Hi, coloring with Lori. How you doing? I think I got a color along with you. I got some books to the side I'm getting ready to talk about, and I think yours is one of the color alongs too. So these are just the little plants here, and they got this wick in here that really makes them kind of like self-watering, as long as you keep water in the bottom of it. So these little three containers, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I was actually putting my pencils in these things. You see this thing? Is it dirty? No, okay. It's the thing at the Dollar Tree, the three-tier one, and you can actually stack these up and put plants and vegetables and things in here. View, that's beautiful. I used to do jigsaw puzzle. Oh yeah, this is my Camellia de Erico puzzle. I actually do puzzles too, and I just bought a puzzle tray, which is right on the other side of this desk. And I just need to start incorporating them. I use my puzzles as my mat. Yeah. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Amy, I'm sorry, I said the wrong name, but Amy, I got okay, I'm getting ready to show y'all what I'm working on for the next week, but I kind of got diverted with the plants. So I'm going to come on with another video and show you how to break some of these roots off and reroot them. So I'm taking three little pots and going to reroot them, and then I'm going to have, so that this is like six contain, actually could fit four in here, so it'll be eight. And then I'll show you how to root them. Just pinch them off and put them in some water for a little bit so that they can get their roots on there, and I'll get some potting soil and everything. So I think, okay, I'm not sure who this one is with. I had signed up for um, Home Sweet Home. And is this you, Amy, or coloring with Miss Lori? Was I the one that decided the page? And I did pick the bathtub. I can't remember which one. Okay, is this okay? Okay, coloring with, is that you, Amy? I did write a sticker down. I can't find a sticker. I think I did a color along with a couple of people. Just let me know, Amy. Is this you? What, whichever one it is, coloring, wave your hand, or Amy, wave your hand, so I'll know which one, so I can write it down. Because I thought I did. I think I wrote it down for the other one. Okay, so that one is color long. Okay, and then there's another one that I got with one of you. It is, I did write it down. Hold on, I've got 3 books here. See, this is when signing up for color longs goes crazy. Maybe I didn't sign up with one. Hi, Peggy L. How you doing? Hi. Okay, that's us. Okay, this one. Okay, let me write it down. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I had a moment this morning. I have high blood pressure and I have anger issues, and I actually vowed not to get on here unless I eat an edible. And I didn't eat an edible this morning, and I went off and cussed some people out. I cussed some people out last week too. But please don't fear coming on here that you think that I'm gonna cuss people out. I really don't want to do that. But when I don't get my blood pressure under control and something happens and makes me mad, and something happened and made me mad. Okay, so this is by Friday. Oh, why am I trying to use my art pencils? Hold on. That pencil was like, no, this is not a coloring book. Oh, no. Okay, so this is yeah, the Africa one. I got it right here. Okay, look, and look how I got it right here. And then I even wrote on here, coloring with Lori, the Africa one. Okay, let me go ahead and write this one on here to make sure. See, I was trying to get, okay, Amy. Okay, that's the Amy. I wrote down, no, okay, hold on. I want to look, I'm happy. Just be glad I'm happy and not cussing. Okay, so this one is coloring with Lori. And then this one is Amy Travels. Okay, Amy Travels. And I'll do a better video with it. But anyway, if you all are interested in it, I think the ladies are doing a whole Creative Haven coloring book situation. And so I was over there with them, and I was having a really nice time chatting with them and stuff. And they had been on for a little bit, and I had been in the bushes. And then I kind of dropped down and interacted. And so I said, I want to join it. And so, it was Creative Haven, and I showed them the couple of books that I have. Actually, I had more. I used to have a lot of them, but I gave them away because I didn't want them to just be sitting on the shelf. So Home Sweet Home, and then they let me pick the page, and the page that I picked is actually the page that's in here. Now, I actually tore it out because I may and I may put it in a and actually it's not bad that I tore it out, because the Creative Haven pages, if you notice, there's a perforation there that you just tear it out, but then if you want to tape it back in the book, you can. But I wanted to do it like one of those, some of those books you have the page that's colored and then the other page beside it. So I'm going to do it like that. Now, I'm not going to do it exactly. I'm just going to use this as a reference point. And I use a lot of pages on here as reference points, and a lot of colorists on here, I use their work as reference points. And I also make sure I let them know that I'm using their work. Now, whether they like me or not, I don't know. Nobody's ever said, Color Review, you better stop using my work as reference work. What's wrong with you, girl? With your crazy self. And then the other one, because I got caught up in a couple of color alongs, I was like, "Ooh, I got to stop doing this." Okay, because I got to finish some that I already had. So I had already started this color along in my rising. It's the Africa book by Rita Berman. Now, if you don't want to spend the whole, what I don't know how much it is, Timu has it for $6.74. Yes, I said Timu has it for $6.74. And y'all, I put lotion on my hand, but my new angle is really. Hold on, y'all. I can't be looking like this with my hands. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. It just looks too close to me. $6.74. I guess because I need to do my fingernails. I guess that's what it is. But anyway, yeah. So if you are interested in getting this book, it's the cutest little book. I do have some pages I have colored in here. Girl, don't judge me by that because y'all know I'm the queen of whips. Yes, I am. But whenever I feel like using a medium, I'll just pull something out. Now, I did do a color along in here with My Colorful Country Life. And if you all know me, y'all know I adore her. So this is the page that I set as a color along page. Now, mind you, I'm doing this as a color along with, I think it's tea and teacup and art, or tea and art, teacup and art. She colors so beautifully. She uses very bright colors and everything. She and Miss Maya, and there's another lady, they all run in packs as far as my coloring favorites because they use bright colors. So basically, I just put down some super tips for the base. And then I said, if I do this page, I might as well do this page. So I did put down some watercolor grounds, some Daniel Smith watercolor grounds, the transparent one, because I didn't know what kind of medium I was going to do because this is going to be my color along. So y'all know I like to just throw everything at it. So yeah, so I need to do my part two with that. I did part one, so I need to do part two. But the pages in this book, they're beautiful. Now one day I did not do a color along with anybody when I colored this leopard. Is it a leopard? I think it's a leopard. And I just did it on my own. Like I think I do so many color alongs that when I feel like coloring, just coloring, however I feel, I'm like, who colored that? Hi T Danielle. Hey boo. I'm like, well, who colored that? And I'm like, so I colored that, and then I put some watercolor things, super tips. Super tips are awesome. So I need to put some time into that one, but I'm just trying to show you. Now, this was the color along that I was doing with My Colorful Country Life. She didn't do this one yet. She was talking about doing this one with something that she's picking for this month. Now, I have not finished. Now, the zebras are going to be what they are, but I have not finished the little birds and the butterflies. So when I finish those, then this page will be complete. And I'm telling you, My Colorful Country Life is such a professional. She uses like 35 colors per page. Girl, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And she shades and she does techniques, and you learn a lot with her. So what I learned and the colors I used on this one, I went ahead and put it on this one. And to me, I need to just bling it out a little bit and put some pencil shadings and stuff like that. But at least I got it laid out. And I was just did something wild. I like experimenting. I was trying to do a color along with somebody else. I don't know their name. I need to find who that is, but that's where I got as far as them. This is a boops because I was coloring on this page and I didn't put watercolor grounds down. So I was just freestyling with these. When I have certain colors in my hand, I just look for other books that I can use them. This color palette. So this is the one that is the Coloring with Lori. And why do I have number 105? Oh, I got number 105 because she used Sarah Renee Clark's coloring cube. Number 105 for this. So this is the postcard, and this is the easiest one. And from what I think her mom is going to be coloring, or her mom picked this page. I think that's what it is. And that's so precious. So I will be working on that. I don't know if there's deadlines or things, but this page right here is adorable. Do you know how bright and vivid you can color those fruits in that water jar? Oh my goodness. So I just played around with that. I had something in my hand, and I just started doing it. It's not blinged out, but I just started playing around. And I'm a Leo, so I just had to color that one. I was doing a color along with Miss My Colorful Country Life, and then after I did this part, I said, no, I'm just gonna fill this in how I do it because Miss My Colorful Country Life is so talented. But girl, she'll have you pulling out all your Prismacolors, girl. So it's a cute book, and like I said, yep, you can get it at Temu for $6.74. Now this page I just did on my own. The only thing that I need to do is this part, and Kim showed me how to do this kind of wall thing. And once I do that, I'm gonna put some whiteness in here. This little kitty's gonna stay white, and then I might put some copper on here for that pot. But then after that, that page will be done. And so while I had the pencils or colors in my hand, I just went to the other page. It's easy to do a double page spread if you do that theory, and you keep the pages kind of cohesive. So, you know, a lot of people did this page for Valentine's Day. And then I just threw some colors down. I just felt like it. Like this book has so many goodies in it. And then the practice page, the paper test page, I started coloring in that. I started coloring them. I was like, I think I'm supposed to be coloring the book, but I started coloring the little things, and it's because it's a cute little page, and I like the fact that she, made it so decorative. So then this is really my sample page right there. But then I flipped over and I said, oh, she's got a little bonus there. But anyway, I can still fill this in or whatever and still do that bonus. So those are my two color longs right there. My other color long that I'm doing with Miss Bubbles, I'm not actually entering the color along. It's just I'm just doing it because she's got a lot of new people. She's a new channel, and she's got a lot of new people that are coloring along with her. And I was working on this one last night, and my video camera, I mean my audio was going in and out. Now I'm not finished with this. This is pan pastel. I'm trying to use more colors. I don't like the two greens together, but I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna start putting some black up in here, but I wanted to make it look dark and dreary. I think I'm gonna bling out all of these weapons in gold, in different colors of gold, and I'm gonna make this more blacker instead of more greener. I'm looking at myself on the camera, and so might look like I'm doing something. Anyway, whatever. So I did all of that in pencil, and so I'm just trying to figure out how to do the background before I continue with the weapons, because I'm telling you, I always have a problem. I prefer to do backgrounds first. But what book is this? This is Mythic Animals. This is another color long I tried to do with Nico Semicolors that it went left, and then I ended up doing it with Miss Dee Dee Well. That didn't sound nice. Doing the background that Miss Dee Dee Wellingham did, and I just kind of created it and made my own. I do like this book a lot. It's a collab book, so it's got a whole bunch of things. I started doing this just as on my own, and I decided I hate the background color. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking about. In this instance, I wish I would have just done the animal, and I'm still not finished. 'Cause I got to put all the hair in and stuff. But I do not like the background color at all. So, and I use some watercolor. So sometimes I find doing the background better, but sometimes I have those mistakes where I make the poor decision. Then I'm doing a Mystic Monday with Foxy Colorist, and so far this is the only book I'm working in. So I have a color along in here that I started with. Well, this I just did that on my own, so I'm just filling in whenever I feel like it. I started a color along with Bubbles Studio, and it's this page. I have to go back to see her colors because I was matching them as much as I could. I think I was actually using the same pencil brand. So I got to find it. And I think I might have wrote it down on something. So then in the meantime, I just colored some of these birds. When I got a new paint set, what did I do there? Oh, I colored her fingernails for some reason. I just wanted her fingernails colored. But Avery is just a book of birds. It's like all these birds. So last week I came and talked about me coloring this book. So I had just used some more paint pens, and then I just put some yellow paint pens in here. So I basically just colored the bird, and it's not penciled in or anything. It's so beautiful. It's just beautiful. I don't think I've seen anybody color that one, but there's so many beautiful birds in here. And then I I just felt like doing birds. Sometimes I just feel like doing backgrounds, so I just put some yellow down, and I haven't done anything with it. And then I think of this blue one, you know, it looks dumb. Like, I know some people are like, why did you just do that? And then you move on to something else. I don't know. That's just how I color. And I either do the background or pick one thing in there and then I'll color it. So, also Kim, there's another color along that I just signed up for. Kim and Coloring but Tailor Made, Coloring with Tailor Made. Everybody got this book. There's two versions of the same book, and we had a whole conversation about it. Kim finished the page, started it and finished it all. No, she started it in one video along with Coloring with Taylor. Taylor went to somebody else's live and finished coloring it, and then um, Kim's Creative Coloring. Oh my God, I probably got that wrong. Kim's Creative Corner. Lord Jesus, she gonna cuss me out anyway. So Kim did a video yesterday and just finished the page all the way through. So I was telling them that this is the worst page because I wanted to color along with them, but this was the worst page. I hate this page, but I know it's a page in the book. And Kim's book has this whole thing colored, but in colored with tailor made, and my book it's not colored right there. So there's some difference, I guess, with publication and all that. So what I went ahead and did was I just put some Tombow watercolor markers and some super tips. And I just mapped it out. I mapped it. I actually took this out. I sure did. I did it like that. Now, I didn't match all of the colors going wherever they are. But I'm going to tell you, it took me a long time to do these treetops. And I tried to use a couple different greens and stuff. So now I could come in and do some pencils. And I didn't tell Kim I was doing it. I was telling Kim, oh, I hate that page. I'm not doing that page. I was trying to do it as a surprise. So, yeah. Thank you. So I sent her a picture of it because I was like, oh, that page is the ugliest page. I don't want to do it. The thing is, I don't want to do certain things on camera because sometimes it's just too much. And I like to stop and start and stuff like that. So I'm sure. Oh, thank you. And I did it fast, and it's so fast when you do it with the super tips, or you lay it down some watercolor, and then you come back in with pencil. And a lot of people, and you can leave it like that if you want to. Who's gonna come and check you? Nobody. Mm. It's called flat coloring. You're just coloring within the lines, and you just coloring, and that's it. Okay, it's colored. It's done. Now, some people that might be done, but I haven't got it done, and I like to do the whole page. Uh, Underpainting or undercoating, or using watercolor or pencil or whatever. I like to do the whole page and then come back in with the details. Now some people, like, they might do one part and then pencil it in everything, and you get instant gratification then because you're seeing the shading and the highlighting that you're adding to that one medium layer of color. So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, and sometimes I do a combination of both. Okay, so another thing I'm doing is the Mandela of the month, and it's actually Mandela Monday, and the Mandela Monday was by M. Beans, Miss M. Beans. I adore her. Now, it was her birthday sometime whenever, and then I sent her this book, and I sent her this book on purpose because she likes the mandalas and she likes the one color, this and that, and stuff like that. So I said, I'm gonna fix her. I'm gonna send her a big old mandala. This book has so many mandalas in it, and it was so cute. Um, Let me just show it. It's a whole series, and I am looking for Planet Earth. Uh, Fantastic Planet, Fantastic Planets. It's sold out. It cannot be found, but I'm going to find it. I sure am. Hopefully they'll republish it. So it's basically a lot of aerial versions of cities and tops of. It's a structural coloring book, but this is in the shape of a mandala. They do tell you what city this is on in the inside, if in case you're interested. And they make it into a mandala on the other side. Not all of them they do that. This is someplace in France. It's a beautiful book. And I know there's an art style where they just color everything in one color. And so I was kind of like imitating that. I did see somebody do a video. I don't know what their name is, and they started coloring up here. They had it in a smaller version though. I don't think they had it in this one. So yeah, because I saw their video. But anyway, so like this is, what is this? This looks like New York something. And then this over here is a New York mandala. So not all of them are like that. This is a mandala that got started. This is Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, Canada. So they made this whole thing into a mandala. So I just started it. And mandalas are basically, they suggest you start in the middle and then work your way out. But because this is structural, I'm not coloring all these little details. Do you see all these little details? So I just pick, groups of stuff and just keep the pattern up. And whenever I have something in my hand, I'll just pull it out. So that's a mandala. So it's got tons of mandalas. Miss M Bean was showing her mandalas, and she did like 30 or 40 or 45 of them. And then she said, I'm mandalaed out. And I was like, I hope you do one from the book. And she was like, okay, I'm going to do one in April. So now it's April. So I've seen a lot of people do watercolor. I do watercolor in this book also. And if you do it light enough, it will not bleed through the page. But it's a beautiful book. So this mandala I did two things. I did the one color challenge because all I used was green. And then I did the mandala challenge. Miss Bean has a 3-color challenge, 1-color challenge. I don't know if she has a 5-color challenge or just a random color challenge, is where she just puts her hand in the bag and pulls out, pencils or colors or whatever. So this was my mandala and 1-color challenge. Yeah, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. So I was starting on this town. This is in California, San Francisco, and I was doing it in watercolor. And I was like, well, let me start the mandala for this one. So I use pencils for this one, and the color selection that I made is a little bit different because these colors don't really look like they go together. But I was trying to use some of the pencils in my pencil set because I keep using the same colors as you see yellow on here. So all the pencils need love. But anyway, it's a very detailed book. I mean, it's not a book for everybody. And then this mandala I started at the same time that I started another page. So this will be my mandala of the month picture right here. And I just started this, I guess, the other day. So, and I'm going to pick really crazy colors that I'm going to, go through whatever pencil sets that I'm working in at the time and just pick them. And then I'll just do rolls and I'll build it up and build it out like how you're supposed to do a traditional mandala. So, yeah. And like I said, you don't have to color each little line and stuff like little box. You can make them all in groups and that'll make it go by because this book is huge. I don't even know how let me show you how big this book is. This is a Kirby Rosanes size. And you see, it's a big book. This book is bigger. So let me put that over here. Let me see what y'all are saying. I color faster than you. Yeah, I was teasing Kim, saying, "Oh no, I'm not coloring in that book. I hate that page." I was teasing her. Well, if I get into if I just feel like I just want to let it out, I can color fast. But normally, I get bored, and for me, it depends on what medium I'm using. If I'm using something that I either got or want to try, and the paper is right, I can color pretty fast. Now, Creative Haven paper is not my favorite, and that's why I tore the page out because I might print it on some cardstock. And actually, I'm not even gonna say might. I will print it on some cardstock. I use the Nina cardstock. Yeah, because then I can use whatever I want. That's my boo. That's my boo right there. Hey, Bubbles. I like the San Francisco page too. It's a huge mandala. Miss Bubbles, let me show you what I got for my entry so far that I'm not entering. I didn't do the whole name tag. What did I do with it? Oh, I didn't do the whole name tag. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm going to blacken this background. I just put some green down, but I make it black. But I just wanted to be kind of gory looking. I'm not happy with the how light she is. I need her to be more messy looking. I think when I can balance her out when I put the put black in this background. But I'm going to bling out all of these. I might do one in silver, the weapons, and one in gold. I don't know. But it's a page I haven't seen a lot of people color, so it's in Mythic Worlds, but it's in I mean Mythic Animals, but this is a collab book, so it's in something else. So that's the book from Miss Bubbles' entry. And I'm not sure when does your entry end. If you want to enter Miss Bubbles' entry, what I've remember, you can color in any Kirby book, as long as, and you can enter as many times, I guess, as you want, as long as you submit either through Instagram or I don't know if there's other entries. I'm not sure Bubbles can fill in, but you have to use the hashtag, and it's called it's hashtag Bubbles Giveaways. You have to put that on a sticker and put your channel name and put it and just like, put it on the sticker and then post it on, whatever social media that she has. You make me want to color that page. I would love to see your interpretation on that page. That page, and a lot of people overlook pages in some of these books. That's why, Bubbles, I like the collab books, because they actually don't he doesn't repurpose resurface all, like we all want that shoe page. Like, you know what, if he put that shoe page in every page, we'd be like, oh, he just throwing the same pages in. But he is putting in pages in those collab books that, a lot of us don't even, we have them in there. Well, I don't have them in the original book, but I used to, but they have them in the original books, and they just said, oh, I'm gonna color that one day. But then when somebody else colors it or somebody else sees it, you be like, that's the page. I can't believe I passed it. Because I think Coloring with TaylorMade asked me, why did I pick that page? And I picked it because it's not a page I see a lot of people color on the YouTube, when, showing their work. Now, if they have a completed book, and a lot of these people don't have completed books. I don't know which book this one is in regularly, but the other page I was going to do, which I think I've seen one person do it. Hold on, let me show you this one. This one I think is a very interesting one. But when you first look at it, you're like, no, I don't want to do that page. Hold on, let me show it to you. Because it really is a beautiful page. I know I didn't pass it. And it's a double page spread. Y'all know I love double page spreads. Hold on, let me calm down. I got all excited. I hate this page, but anyway, nobody asked me. Hold on, let me show you the one. It's the Egyptian one. The Egyptian goddess or something. I don't see, I mean, in completed books or something, I've seen somebody do it. Like, I've never really seen anybody do this page nicely. I tried to do it, but I didn't have the skill set. But I'm telling you, that's one of them pages to be like, I don't know. But if somebody did it, that'd be great. And this page also, I have seen people color in it, but uh, hold on. My Colorful Country Life has done a lot of the hard ones and the fun ones. Hold on, I know it's in this book because I had a tag in here. It's probably in the back. Here, this one right here, Bubbles. This one right here, I was going to choose between this one or the two trolls, and I love this one. So after I finish the trolls, I plan on doing this one. Like, look at all the elements that you have in here. And you definitely have stone, but you don't have to color them like they are. I like believing in coloring stuff, whatever color you want to. But she's got wings. She's a stone face. She looks like she got a human skin. She's all the metallics, all this page, and then she's animal like. You got fur and some pyramids and jewelry and blinging. You got the sun. You got the clouds. Like, this page gives you everything, and then it's not messed up in the crack. Because he will give you some old pages that'll be messed up in the crack. But this one is beautiful. So you got a bird, you got a lion, you got I don't know what kind of tail, dragon tail or lion tail. And you got this little cute little dog sitting up on here. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Yeah, you got hair. You got one eyeball. Yeah, this page gives everything. I haven't seen too many people color this page because this page to me is like when I first saw it, it was like very intimidating. But now that I've colored other items, child, I break this page down so fast, girl. I'll start it. It won't be all colored in and everything, but it will be broken down. There will be a plan. And I might do this one in super tips, just start it out, or watercolor, just to start it out. But see, this one doesn't have like a lot of hidden things in here, so you really don't have to do that because everything is straightforward. Unlike like in mythographic, the pages, the stuff is hidden and you don't know what's going on. But it's beautiful. But you got a lot of opportunity to do some shading, and I don't know, you can do all kind of colors. Yes, it's a beautiful page. Now, I'm not a fan of all these squirrely kind of things, but they make a good background. And I'm going to show some background material that I want to use for this week. I'm going to say this month. So, yeah, that was a page. No, it was between that one or the two trolls. And then what else do I want to show? I got these two, and these are actually the same book. And then I've got I'm going to end it with Dark Fairies. So Dark Fairies is my project book. This one, the US version that I went ahead and ripped up, tore apart, and got it bound by myself. Pop Manga is my all-time favorite. Miss Camellia de Erico. Her books are just gorgeous. I love them. I have all of them. She's coming out with a sticker book in April. I think April the 15th. I will, of course, I will buy since I'm doing sticker and collages and journals. So I think that's going to be very interesting. But she is also coming out with another coloring book in, I believe it's October. I think I already pre-ordered it. I think I did. Um, I think I did. Did I order? Maybe I'm thinking about Kirby, but I might because I know Johanna has something coming out too. Oh no, I think I pre-ordered the Kirby one. I don't know. Kirby, Camellia, and Johanna gonna have new books out in about October, 17th, September or October. Okay. Kirby's book is gonna be a anniversary version, 10-year anniversary of him coloring. So I do suspect it's gonna be a collab book, and it'll be lots of the pictures from all of his books. So it's gonna be everything. I would love it if it was hardbound, but he didn't ask me. I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and I said, "Boo, you gonna make a hardbound?" And he said, "I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I'm trying to crunch the numbers." And I was like, "Well, crunch the numbers if you want to. Just add $3 on them. We'll still buy them, boo. Do I get my free copy?" And he said, "Yeah, baby." Just that's how Kirby Rosanas and I speak to each other. Don't be jealous. You can see a lot of blue and yellow goes, yes. So now Miss Camila de Errico, she is another one of my favorites. Now, this version, I colored some pages already in both of these books. And one of them I'm just going to make a project book, and one I'm not going to go ratchet in it. And this one, when I got some Holbein pencils in my hand, don't ask me how I got them. Don't even worry about it. I put some Holbein down. And the Holbeins, them Holbeins, they take coloring to a new level. I only had three. I had yellow, red, and blue. The primary colors. I said, "Baby, girl, them Holbeins, yes, they do everything. They are nice." So now means I have to get me some more Holbein. At least I need to get 12, at least 12. So I started on this page. I used some acrylic paint, and I colored her a little bit. I started her, basted her. I don't know what I put some metallic acrylic markers down for her, the Ohuhu ones for her little thing. And I could still color over top of it. And then because I didn't even realize what I was putting on here, so I put something down that went through on this page. So when I went to this page, I said, "Oh my goodness, I got to finish coloring it." So I can fix that. I sure can. Especially with acrylic markers, if you find that something goes through on one page, don't fear, no fear. Just color it with acrylic, and then you can put pencil over top of it. And unless it's something that you want to be light colored, that might be a problem. But I'm going to make her skin tone melanated, and so her hair. And then these, I can fix all that. But I had actually just colored her boot. I used the Holbein red. The Holbein red. Okay, let me see what else did I color on this, because there's no point in showing more in this book, because the other book I colored a lot in. I just put some basting colors down. I was trying to follow Miss Dee Dee Wellingham with that. So there's just some color. And then, oh, I didn't color anything. Okay, so I think, oh, hold on. What is this? I thought I saw some color. I know I did. Hold on. It's nothing major if I did see any, because the other book I really colored. I thought I saw some color. Was I? Oh, right here. Okay, I was doing that sunflower again in this book. I did it nicely in the other book. So that's the second copy, but this was the one that I got when it first came out. I had pre-ordered it, and it's just my favorite of her book. First of all, she's got a melanated little lady on there. I love it, and a boy. I want to see men and melanated people hanging out with a lot of people that color and make coloring books. Everybody doesn't have to be the same, but mix it up. Okay, variety. Yeah. So this page I had started a while ago because I hate these butterflies in these women's faces. Coloring with Kim does them very well. I keep saying coloring with Kim's creative. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Does a very good job. Miss Kim does a very good job with the butterflies in the face. So I was like, whatever. So then I used the pan pastels that she sent me on that. I think it's Stabilo. I think pan pastel. So then I put some over here. So, but you see, this is the same page in the other book. I completed it more so than that. So, and then this one, I don't know. I was just playing around with some colors I already had in my hand. This one, this really doesn't look like Camellia de Edico's work to me. Um, this does, but I don't even know where that came from. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen her color or draw anything that looks like that. So I just blacken the background, and then I use my Graphitins. I haven't put any pencils down yet, but I use my Graphitins by Derwent. And I said, well, I'm just gonna make this page dark and I can never say that word. And then I'm gonna bling out the background, however. But yeah, so and I used Graphitins on that one, but it took me a long time to put the black acrylic paint down. It sure did. And it's not like perfectly around there, but when I get to this page, I'll be able to finish it. I just felt like coloring these little birds. This one I tried the pan pastels that Kim sent me, the Stabilo. Hold on, let me see what brand is it. I don't think she hadn't used them, and she was sending me some stuff, and so she threw this in a package too, and I was like, what? This is a 60 set, and let me show you. They're so pretty, but you have to be, when you do pastels, you have to be very, very careful because they can smear, so you have to like treat them. Stabilio Carbothellos, that's what they are. And I've seen a lot of artists on here that use pan pastels, and this is their preferred brand. So I every book that I get or look at, I always say, how can I incorporate these in here? Because I do want to be good at using the pan pastel pencils. Now I have a couple of pastels things, the pan pastels, and I got a couple of other sets of pencils, but those pencils are just really nice. So I did color with these pencils over here to start a page. This is just some random watercolor. Whenever I felt bored, the objective is to come through and add pencils. I think it was one that I started with the pencils. I can't remember because now, if you want to just straight color, you could just color whatever flower color that you want to and leave it. Like this one, I colored the middle and I colored that with watercolor, and you can leave it like that, but I'll come through and put some pencils down and do some shading and stuff. And this page is obviously not finished because the bumblebees are not done, and then some of the insides of the plant isn't done. But I love her artwork. Look at those eyes, the owls. This one, I just put some pan pastel background down. I was on my background kick, and the pan pastels are everything. And that's the pink one, and that's the green one. So, but her pages are so cute. And I like it when the page is full of stuff all around. Now, you know, you can still put stencils on top of this. You can make it as easy or as simple or as difficult as you want to. And you can even put stickers and collages and things on here. I really like that picture. This one, I was just, I don't know what I was doing. I think I had used chalk. I had used the soft pastel chalk. Soft pastel, let me not call it chalk. It's not finished because some of the bees are not done, and um, she hasn't really been shaded properly. But I just used, I like using weird colors. Now I was so happy they had a little melanated lady that I had the oil pastels here to do her head, start her hair. That's not how it's going to end up. But yeah, I just love that. I love that. Look at these two. I'm going to color these two as a double page spread. When pigs fly, okay? Very, very cute. And this is the kiwi page that I did on the other, that's the same page I did in the other book. It's just really fun. And this little boy that she draws is everything. This looks like something that Bubbles would draw. That little boy right there, I can just see Bubbles drawing like that. I think this was one of the first pages that I did color in this book. I put down pan pastel. And let me keep saying, when I keep saying pan pastel, do I have my pastels right here? I don't want to have to get up. Okay, I think I can show you real quick. Because I got turned on to pan pastels by Miss Dee Dee Wellingham. And they look like this. They come in these kind of setups, like a makeup, like a blush or something. And so this was the color that I put on here. I used that one, and then I used a lighter whitish yellow. And this one is Dahlia yellow. It's beautiful. And I did set it with some fixative spray before I started working on it and I did the pan pastel part first, the background first. This is the fixative spray that I use. I do it outside. And that's the kind of background you can get. And it depends on how bright the colors you are and how you put them down. And I use them with the little brush. Oh, I didn't use the brush. I used to put those down. I use the sponge that comes with it because that really puts it down heavy on the page. But isn't that pretty? And I've sprayed it a couple times and it does not bleed across. It doesn't do anything. And then I put some metallic stuff for the axes. Yeah, I like this page. And so I have another chance to color it in the other book. These more butterflies on the face, girl. I'm sure. I'm trying, Miss Camellia. Look, oh, they're so happy. And she did a lot of bumblebees in here. So if you don't like bees or flying creatures, you might not like this book. But I love it. It's called Flights. So the animals that fly is what's going to be in this book. I can't wait to get to this one. It's a beautiful double page spread. It's kind of in the crack a little bit. I have an issue with that. Like that butterfly is, so I'm gonna try to pretend like I don't see that because y'all know I'm a crack watcher. I watch the cracks. Okay, so I just put some pan pastel down. I did spray it, so that's why I don't have a sheet in here. So, and when I have something on my brush or my sponge, I don't want to waste it. So I'll find extra pages and just put it down. And I mixed it with the yellow. I don't know what colors these are going to be, but and this one is half crazy. But I do like the fact I used this crazy color because you can bling that out a whole lot. It might look crazy right now, but by the time I finish it, it won't. This is another time I was doing the background and I came through with watercolor markers and I just threw some colors down. And then this one, I'm going to bling out this leaf or it's a dandelion and I have her floating. I really like this page. I'm not sure what the background is going to be, but this is what I saw. And then I had some paint that I had left over. I didn't want it to dry out, so I put a little bit of water on there and I put it on the background because I think this had a bunch of dandelions, but I can still color them in because I can still see them. If you water your acrylic paint down, your matte acrylic paint down, you can still see what's under the page and, you know, color. And these bees are so cute. Doesn't she look prissy. She's so. Oh, this is the one I colored. I think. I think it is. And there's so many bees. I just put colors down. I actually use the tempura sticks with for this background. Where are they at? Because I was going to show y'all. Okay, I use, and I know it's crazy and bold, but I did use these for the pinks and the brown. I use these things right here, tempura paint sticks, and you can wet these down, but you got to use them fast. Like when you put it down, like you got to have that water brush or water pen like right there with you. You can't like try to do something and come back because it'll be too soft. And once it dries hard. And this was a set of 15, but you can get a set of 20 something for like $15 or something like that. I think I got that for $11. Yeah, I was going to show some supplies. And then I put some over here also, and it does not bleed through your page. This page was the first page I was doing a color along with Miss Bubbles. She finished hers. I didn't finish mine yet. But yeah, I'm not finished with her face because I'm not happy with her skin tone just yet. But yeah, so Bubbles finished this one. This was a color. Some Bubbles does finish some color lines faster than me. And only because I was trying to kind of color like Bubbles. If I wasn't trying to color like Bubbles, it would have been okay. But I was trying to color like Bubbles, and but I actually learned when I colored like her. You know what I mean? And so then I started on this page, of which I really love. I like those colors I put in here. I actually used some of these as a stencil when I was doing Bubbles clouds with Foxy Colorist. We're making stencils, and I did kind of use those clouds as an example. And I cannot wait to color this page. I love this page. The reason why I like it because she's got wings. And then if you see her nightgown or whatever this is, hold on, let me take this comment out. If you see her nightgown, it's transparent. So, like, I think I'm coloring another book in maybe the Kirby book that has a transparency that you still want to show the silhouette. And I was asking the question, do you just color the silhouette and not worry about the material? You have to put the material in here. So people gave me some answers. I don't remember what they said, but this headdress is beautiful. It's everything. I can see a lot of beautiful colors in that. This page is everything in this whole book. That page is one of my favorites. Then we got more bees, and we got some baby bees. We got this, and this is a lance. Kim and I were having a discussion about it. She says it's a baseball bat, and that's fine. This is like a Luke Skywalker lance, and but if you see it as a baseball bat, it could be a baseball bat. So sometimes when people don't agree with stuff, you just let it go. It's her coloring book. She can make it a baseball bat if she wants to. Or over here, it's gonna be a lance, and it's all good. It sure is. I don't know why people get all mad and stuff. You see this thing? Her wings are transparent. So when you color that, you have to take that into consideration. You just can't color her skirt and or color the wing. You can cover that up and then not see it, or you can use some most translucent colors and stuff. You decide how you want to do it, but I do find that she's done a lot of these wings, and that's added a little bit more technical stuff to instead of just coloring the page. Now this was definitely the first page that I did color in here, and this bee is angry. I mean, this flower is angry as heck. I did use Viva watercolors in here, which I love that brand. And I put a little shading, not too much, but I did put some glistening stuff on the bee. Let me see if y'all can see him shining a little bit. Yeah, he be shining. He be shining. Her little eyeballs shining. It's just so cute. She's got an attitude. She is mad. I just used some leftover paints. I just put down some matte paint for that, and I'll finish it whenever. I just got on the kick of doing backgrounds. Like this is just a background. I haven't even decided on anything, and I think I'm going to do some more right now because my hand is causing a little issue. That I'm out here mowing the grass and stuff. So yeah, this is the cutest little book. This is just adorable. So that's Flight of Fancy. And even if you don't have any of Camellia the Edical books, get the one that's the collab book. I can't remember what it is, but she's got one collab book. Uh-huh. Hi, Ange. How you doing? Okay, thank you so much. We've been missing you. I hope all is well. Hey, Miss Alani's Kitchen. How you doing? Hey, boo. I love that's one of my favorite pages also in that book. She's got so many cute pages, and anybody can color that. You don't have to be at any particular skill set. You can color that with Crayolas and watercolors, pencils, paint. You can do anything in it. So now here's my update. I be trying to give it every time I come on here. What have I done? Only thing I did today or last night, I did add some more of the colors for the motif for the background, the frame. I did that. I added this animal. I did that one, and I did the whale. And I'm just using 5 pencils and trying to get around that. I am going to add some green in here. All these swirly things that you see, those are going to be in shades of green. So I haven't thought anything else. I was looking to see who I colored some pages. There's somebody working on this page, and they're doing a very, very good job. I haven't seen anybody touch that one yet. Haven't seen anybody do that one. Bubbles is doing this one. She's on part 4. She said, "Who's scared of coloring Kirby Rosanas? Let me show you how." She didn't say it like that. Y'all know I have to add my little stank on it. Now she's like intimidated by a Kirby book. Let me show you how. She's so positive. So I said I was going to do after she finishes hers. I'm going to follow it just like I'm just following it, just like anybody else. But I'm waiting for her to finish it. She's already, excuse me, finished it, but she's got. I think the next one will be her last one. I think this one I've kind of thought about a little bit. This one I still haven't touched, but this one is the one that involves the ink tints in the water, and I have some new thoughts on how I'm going to approach that. But I need to put some more color down for both of these ladies to make them pop. But I think once I put her hair, it'll look a little bit different. But I want to get the water down. I was doing this as a color along with My Colorful Country Life, but she's so advanced. I'm like, no. When she started picking up all these different watercolor pencils I was like, no, girl, I can't do that. And I literally was doing it and following. I was like, I can't do that. Mm-mm. But what she did was she got me through understanding this page because I didn't see all the ripples and how to do it. So I'm going to go back to it and work it. And then this one I started as when Bubbles was doing her color along with this page also. And she did a beautiful blood red water. And then I think she made the lady green. And then, so I don't know if she's finished it or not. Bubbles, are you finished this page or not? I believe Coloring with TaylorMade started it also. And I think maybe Ivy Pearl started it. I'm not sure. It's a beautiful page. I haven't even begun to figure out because I did put some blingage up on here, which I like to do the blingage last. So I kind of like the blingage is like, well, dang, that just stepped the page up. So now I really got to come up with something. I might use the same watercolors. So somebody started this page. I don't know who it is, and it's looking good so far. I haven't seen anybody start this page. Bubbles, this page looks like it's your name all over it. Look at that little dog. I haven't seen anybody do that one. This one, I've seen a couple people finish it. I did put some more color down. I added some more fruit here. I did the basket. I put the candles there. I had already activated the graphitin for the water. I did something else on here. I think I came in here and darkened her skin complexion down a little bit. I darkened a little bit of the wood. I was trying to make sure this wood looks the same. Well, more similar. And I think that's all. I need to work on it more, of course. Oh, I did decide this tablecloth is going to be blue. It's going to be in the blue. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do the because she's got a lot of decorative stuff on here, and I don't want to lose that. A border, I don't want to lose that, so I've got to figure out. I was thinking about gel pen for the border so I can actually do the detail in it, like super tip it and then super tip it blue, and then come in with some metallic water pen so I can get into the do the detail. I don't want to just color it one color and be done with it. There's a lot of detail in this tablecloth. I think if you put the work in on the tablecloth, it'll really look a lot better. And I want to color. I want to get these two shawls or whatever hoods while well I while I think how I did this one. Why? Because it's going to be the same. Even though right here it looks short, and then right here it looks like it's longer. So, but anyway, it is what it is. Artistic privilege. So I want to get those things unified, and I'm not going to work on either two of these at all. But yeah, so somebody did this wolf page, and it looks awesome. I don't know. When I say somebody, that means I don't know who did it. I can't wait for somebody to start Three Little Pigs. These pigs they're not having it. And this wolf is like that the wolf in that Kirby book that I did. And that's what I was thinking about doing it like. This one I actually started. This is the Lost Boys. I went ahead and put some whitening and stuff right there on the eyes because these two boys are drowned. The story is a really sad story, but I don't know if it's an urban myth or whatever. But anyway, so I'm going to make her kind of black and just make paint her face really bright. I do know she's supposed to have a white outfit on and her hair is black. So I don't even know, but I just feel like I needed to color that in there. I used a Posca pen. I have no idea why. I just wanted to put that right there, and then I let it dry and close the book up. If a spirit hit me and I just followed the spirit. Hold on, I'm almost finished, y'all. I don't have anything in between this. And then I don't have anything in between this. Now this, I did put some graphitin down, and this I did see. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Oh, Shells coloring. Oh my God, this is a corner or shell. I don't know. Shells coloring corner. I don't know. These corners and nooks and things, they mess me up. I believe it was Shells. So she showed how it might not even been Shell. I didn't even write it down. She showed how she made this scene dark, and then she brings in some indigo and some ultramarine blue, and and just blend it all in, and then work that lantern. Now her lantern is different, of course, than mine. Has she got to the lantern? I don't know, but this is supposed to be Snow White, so her hair was supposed to be black, and she has on all white, I think. I don't know what color. And then this is supposed to be somebody named Red, some red, not Little Red Riding Hood. I don't even know. So I started coloring this before I saw who they are. And even if I did see who they are in the book, I don't remember that story. So, it's my book, so I can color them how I want to. It's my book, color how I want to. Now, this is an opportunity to correct that if I want it to be correct and color them in their appropriate colors as far as the story goes. I haven't done too much with this. I think it's a Pied Piper. I love his outfit. It reminds me of a sailor. And of course, he looks skeleton like. I already know how to do this, and I haven't done it yet. I just shaded that. Just whenever I feel like touching something, I will. This is my project book. And I think, oh, hold on. I had some leftover green. Now this is not how it was. I just didn't want to waste the green for my pan pastel because that stuff is pricey. So I just put a little bit down, but I'm gonna put stuff on top of it. One thing about pan pastel, you can baste it. So he's gonna be scary and gory looking, and I want to keep him all innocent and everything. And by me splitting the book, I got extra space with everything. But actually, when I do both of these, I'm gonna take them out of this book and color them once I get to the middle so that I can really color their facial things. They don't really connect, but at least when you see this one, I want you to just see, that whole horror thing and then his innocent look. And then I didn't do anything with this one. I'm still thinking about it. I know this fire is going to be swirling around, and I was thinking about my pan pastels because that tray I have slots for 7, and I think if I get the 7 the primary set, because they come in 7, so if I get the set with 7 primary colors, I can figure out what to do. But the set I have is like deep and some pastel, and it's like, I can't do anything with that. Now I could come in here with the neon color too, or the oil pastels. Okay, so I did pull them out. So okay, so this is enough of this. I think this is all I did. Okay, so that's the update with this. So as I do my update, I wanted to update some supplies that I did want to use. I got this Daniel Smith watercolor samples thing. It's got some beautiful colors. It's got 66 colors, and it is enough to do something like maybe a flower page or something. In one of the books, I have something I could do. It's like not a whole lot to do, like major coloring and whatever. And then I could, test the watercolors out. I don't have any. I just have the Daniel Smith translucent watercolor grams. So it'll be nice to see what their paints look like. I still have not made a real nice purchase of some watercolor paints. That will come one day, you know. So what I wanted to start to incorporate while I'm still testing in these books, I wanted to use my soft pastels, and then I wanted to use some of the oil pastels, but I definitely wanted to use this set, the Artist Soft Oil Pastels. This is a 48 set. They do have a bigger set if you are a full set syndrome person. They have a bigger set. And I have used these just a little bit until I use those blues. Definitely use the yellows. And if you got the bigger set, you just have everything. But these are really nice and they're very colorful. So I want to incorporate this with my project book. I want to use these. These are just some ones I bought off the shelf at the art store. These are some crayons. I think they were like $1.50, $2 a piece. And these are these are the butter. These were like $3 and some change a piece. It's Sennelier. And I bought 4 of them. Girl, that's $20 worth of $20 for 4. I got silver, gold, bronze, and then the orange. Y'all would have thought I would have got a yellow. I didn't get a yellow because they didn't have a yellow. I would have bought a yellow. And when I tell you they are so soft, like I don't even want to touch them because I feel like they melt. They are just like butter. But anyway, so I have these, and then I have another pastel set that I want to add to this while I'm putting out pastels. Okay, where are they? Oh, here they are. The Faber-Castell ones. I got these at Michael's. I don't hear a lot of good things about these, but anyway, it is what it is. This is a good set to try, but all of these are the same in different stages of cost, and actually, I guess depending on how you use them, of quality. This is the portfolio ones, and these are the Faber-Castell ones. This is a gallery one. These are actually considered artist grade. They really are. And but and then the Sennelier, of course, they're ridiculous in price. But if you just buy a couple of them, you can incorporate them into whatever you're using. You don't have to buy the whole set. Just buy the primary colors, girl, and keep it moving. And then buy a cheap set or something, and then mix them together. I'm just telling y'all, don't break your wallet. Don't not pay that light bill. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all to put this in my box so tight. Okay, top back on. And they do have the color, the names and stuff, the numbers and the names. And so I do suggest if you get this, keep this sleeve, because if this falls over or whatever, it will come out. Or if you're not a sleeve person, Buy you some big rubber bands. Like I was saying about that puzzle kit, when you use those for your art supplies, get you a bag of big rubber bands, and I would put two on, one going one way and one going the other. Because sometimes things happen and something gets tossed to the side or moved and it falls or something, and you don't want all your stuff to come out. Like that puzzle case that I was telling y'all about, like I would put this one right here. That way it wouldn't slide out. I bought like a big bag of 100. It's the big ones though. And then also these are the soft pastels, but they're still pastels. Those pencils are pastels. These are soft pastels. These are oil pastels. And crayons really technically are pastels too. They're wax. Yeah. I mean, different type of pastel. And these are beautiful too. Now these are extremely kind of messy, but they're really nice. And you can tell I have been using these, and definitely around the yellow. But the part that I put down is the part that I use, so you can't really see it. But I do use these, and I use them for background. Just like the pan pastels, they give you a black and a white also. Definitely put some fixative down before you actually start working on it or putting stuff on top of it. Spray it down with some fixative or use some satin glaze or whatever you want to use for it. But just be careful. If you put satin glaze, you're just gonna have to put a lot down, and then lightly brush it over there, or you'll just smear the stuff. But y'all figure out how you want to do it. There's a lot of people out here showing y'all how to do these things. I don't want to be a know-it-all and stuff, but I do spend a lot of time researching stuff. Uh-oh. Do you have a sleeve? Yes, I have a sleeve. Let me put your sleeve on too. See how that opened up? It didn't even mean to open up. But technically, I really wouldn't put a rubber band around here because it's in that jacket. So, but yeah, so I keep the jackets. Really? How you get away? I keep the jackets that come with these. I don't keep the jackets that come with everything, but for these in particular because they are a bit more delicate. The box that it came in, I hated, and this was the first set I ever bought of oil pastel, so I didn't really care. I didn't even know. So these are my test ones now. Because they're all in together, they do look like they are rubbing on each other. So when I do use it, I will wipe it down or sharpen it with a little a cutting knife or something, just so I won't contaminate the colors. And then these, child, I keep these up under my bed. They are $20 for four, girl. Uh, I think a whole set is like $350. Girl, no man. Uh, no. No, I'll just get a little bit at a time. Now that's when you go onto the marketplace and stuff like that. I see you can go to estate sales where somebody had all that stuff and they passed away. You can get some good deals like that. Or if it's your birthday, or something like that. People bless you. I hang around with a lot of people that got lots of money. They'd be like $300, girl. Let me buy this for you. I'd be like, okay. No, I'm kidding. I don't hang around those type of people anymore. Those were people when I was working. I hang around with the unemployed people. Good night, Amy. I'm getting ready to get off here. Thank you, Ange, for coming over. Yeah, this is Ange nighttime. Ange, I hope to catch you in the daytime. I'm working on finishing up this grass, but not grass, smoking grass, but you know what I mean. All right. It's my prerogative. That's right. So I promise I'm not gonna get on here if I hadn't had my blood pressure medicine and if I hadn't had an edible. I had eaten an edible tonight, so I can't get on here cussing people out and fussing people out. And but it's just certain things I just don't like, and I know I have a potty mouth, and So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching my video. And so I think I got caught up on everything that I'm gonna be doing for the week, all of the collabs and everything that I want to finish up. My 2 project books I'm gonna work on. I might do this for 2 weeks because I don't want to switch up. I don't, yeah. And I need to crack out another puzzle to put together. So I've got a Kirby Rosanes puzzle. So I've got one already on my table that I need to finish, and then when I finish that one, I'm gonna crack out the Kirby Rosanes puzzle, and it's so cute. So all right, thank you. Oh, thank you. It's free. It's part of that little plan. I was hoping to make sure that I spoke over it because I know some people play this music and they play it so loud that you still can't hear what the person is saying. But this, I moved the camera, and I know I don't know if I look sideways because I'm kind of sitting sideways. The camera is right here as opposed to being right there. But when I had it right there, and the reason why I didn't like coloring on camera because I would have to extend my arm too much, and it was just very stressful. And then I don't know, it just caused some anxiety. And so that's why I kind of stopped coloring. But I see you all are getting on here, starting the page and finishing all the way through. And y'all not going to show me up. Okay. No, ma'am. So I'm going to get on here and put my good arm and shoulder and arthritic hands to the test. I'm going to get on here and try to finish pages right on there because I'm tired of whips. But, it is what it is. So thank y'all for watching my video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Night night. Bye.